This is actually the strongest wrinkle fighting and firming product that Asam offers. Look at that before and after.
That is our strongest cream, our most powerful cream that we ever created, with the powerful ingredients from grapes. So we have our vineyards. These are the most powerful, rejuvenating ingredients that we found on this planet. And we have a special delivery system that brings these ingredients more effectively into your skin. That's why, especially if you have mature skin, if you have deeper lines and wrinkles, that's why it's working so well. We have even clinicals that prove that we can reduce even deeper lines and wrinkles in a very short time, that we can really make your skin look firmer. Look at that, after 1 week, that is the improvement of skin elasticity, which means skin firmness. 16% improvement after 1 week. That's a clinical. But after 2 weeks, it's 28%. After 4 weeks, we're talking about over 37% improvement in skin elasticity, which means skin firmness, tightness.
And because Marcus's family, they own the vineyards, that means they can put the amount into their products that really surpasses the best of the best. With every line, there's a good, better, best. This is the prestige. This is the top of the line in Asam. And remember, we can say it's their strongest wrinkle fighting and their strongest firming that they offer across any of their lines. So this is what you want to do if you really have mature skin and you're already seeing the sagging. If you're looking in the mirror and you're doing this, or you're looking in the mirror and you're doing this, you need this product. And not only is it going to work on the elasticity and the firmness, but it's also going to work on those telltale signs of aging in the wrinkles.